Hello everyone, my name is Allison Romero and this is my screencast on the gender unit we have been covering in our American History and Culture course. In this unit, some of the particular areas that we've been discussing in regards to gender included gay rights, women's rights, and marriage in America. As far as gay rights, one of the historical events that we've talked about is the Stonewall riots. On June 28, 1969, police raided the Stonewall Inn, which was a popular gay bar in the Greenwich Village section of New York City. Police raids were not unusual in this particular time period when homosexual sex was illegal in every state except Illinois. That night, however, the street erupted into violent protests and demonstrations that lasted for the next 6 days. The Stonewall riots, as they came to be known, marked a major turning point in the modern gay civil rights movement in the United States and around the world. This website here gives a timeline of events and milestones that occurred in the gay rights movement. The timeline begins in 1924 when the first gay rights organization was founded by Henry Gerber in Chicago. Now if we scroll down to June 28, 1970, which was the Christopher Street Liberation Day, commemorating the 1-year anniversary of the Stonewall riots, and is considered to be America's first gay pride parade. Now if we scroll down to the very end of the timeline to June 24, 2011, it shows the most recent event where New York State passed the Marriage Equity Act legalizing gay marriage. The next topic that we've looked at in this unit is women's rights. This is an image from one of our primary sources this week of R.C. Beadle and A.H. Brown of the Men's League for Women's Suffrage, National Women's Suffrage Association, receiving a banner from Frances Bjorkman in a rooftop ceremony in New York City, which goes to show that there were actually some men that supported women's suffrage. This website here includes a list of the many women who led the suffrage movement. If we click on Susan B. Anthony's name, the site offers details about the role she played. She founded the National Women's Suffrage Association and was actually arrested once for voting in 1872 and was tried and convicted. Susan B. Anthony was known as the Napoleon of the women's rights movement. She lobbied yearly before Congress not only for women's rights to vote, but women's rights in general. The next item that we've explored in this unit is marriage. Even though there have been many changes that have occurred in terms of women's roles and women now have more rights within a marriage, historically that has not always been the case. This website here contains an article that discusses the legal status of married women during the years 1776 and 1830. Here it says that in every state the legal status of free women depended upon marital status. Unmarried women, including widows, had the legal right to live where they pleased and to support themselves in any occupation. Single women were allowed to enter into contracts, buy and sell real estate, or accumulate personal property. However, marriage changed women's legal status dramatically. When women married, as the vast majority did, they still had legal rights but no longer had autonomy. Instead, they found themselves in positions of almost total dependency on their husbands. Now, if we look here at this section in our digital history textbook, it is noted that American law accepted the principle that a wife had no legal identity apart from her husband. She could not be sued, nor could she bring a legal suit. She could not make a contract, nor could she own property. And she was not permitted to control her own wages or gain custody of her children in the case of separation or divorce. It wasn't until the year 1930 that all states finally granted married women the right to own property. This concludes my screencast presentation. I hope you enjoyed. I thank you for watching and I'm looking forward to your feedback.